God revealed a lot to me about the purposes of COVID for the church. And I've kept presenting that back to him, like a sort of, okay, so what's next? What is next? In Ezekiel chapter 34, the prophet talks about God separating the fat sheep from the lean sheep, the sheep from the sheep, goats and the rams. I keep a few sheep. I wouldn't say that I'm a sheep farmer or a professional shepherd, but it helps me to understand some of what Scripture talks about. I'm not going to go over the things that the Lord told me about COVID. Needless to say, a flock can only stay in one field for so long. The numbers might be such that they never run out of food. But what happens is, whilst there's plenty of food, plenty of water, if the sheep stay on the same ground, what happens is the burden of parasites builds up. So the grass may always be green, and the water may always be fresh. But somehow or other, the burden of parasites builds up. Your sheep lose their luster. Yeah. One of the purposes the Lord revealed to me about COVID was that He was breaking the dominion of the hireling over the sheep, and that the sheep would again recognize and know the shepherd's voice. His sheep, those that know His voice, those that want to follow Him, are being led out of a pasture which has a parasite burden. They're passing under His rod. He's counting them off. So it'll be those that are happy to stay in the old pasture. But there are those who are being led into a new pasture. And this flock will find pastures new. Green grass, clean water, but they won't be trampling down, walking through their own filth. This pasture is free of parasites. It's rich, it's lush. those that stay in the old pasture, or they may struggle on. But they'll become sick. They'll lose their edge, their teeth. They'll be more prone to sickness and disease. Again, the grass might look green, but they're really walking through their own filth. You see, the soil's covered with their feces. So they'll encounter more and more problems. But the Good Shepherd, the Great Shepherd, he's taking those with ears to hear, eyes to see, and a heart to perceive and understand into another pasture.